little 60 piece. That's only the neck though.
Last night a bitch nigga shot a real nigga, but we don't make no diss records, we just deal with it. Plus I be going through a lot, I never talk about it, and they using niggas songs in court, so I can't talk about it. Rap niggas think I'm dumb, like I don't see the play. I let them think they got the ups, then get them out the way. On FaceTime, my brother telling me he shot my mama, telling me to chill, but I know he seen that nigga face. But that's enough about that part. Talking about respect, well it's a must about that part. Playing with my money, well then it's up about that part. Cause when it's time to play ball, don't give a fuck about that part. They know I'm that nigga when they see me. Her man crush been a hater and her little brother won't beat me. Her friend been on my dick since I was passing out CDs. Her baby daddy a mark and her boyfriend probably a weenie. 3,300 on my book bag. Left some niggas in the past, but I don't look back. Shit kinda different, I ain't the man that I was. I seen death in too many forms and I ain't never really shook that. Don't let him rock you to sleep, true colors better believe him. I know that God got me, but I be riding with my reaper. Praying with my kids and even then I got my heater. And I be stepping so hard, this hoes in $1,000 sneakers. Take your bitch when I meet her and you ain't seen her in about 3 days. Knew I was a threat, I passed that stick like a relay. Spin it back to back, it's like a motherfucking replay. Turn your son into a bitch when I shoot, I think I'm D-Wade. Told him I'm a savage, if I want it, I'ma have it. Playing with my lettuce, cook your head like a cabbage. Tell them that I'm rich and I'm solid, that's the advantage. Bitch, bad kids, fresh little nigga, you can't stand it. Tell them big checks, yardsticks, not a ruler. All I smoke is ops and I don't never smoke a hookah. Looking for a blessing that's worth it, Jesus and Judas. Tell them niggas game 6, my whole team full of shooters. I slide on a nigga like a motherfucking flip-flop. Pressure on your homie and I promise he a flip-flop. Talking that wooty-woo, something. I know the police listen, so I ain't really saying nothing. I know these niggas envy, they can't manage how they feel. Jealousy's for bitches, you niggas pussy for real. A nigga get the drop and he happen to shoot. First we heal up and get back, we ain't going on the shirt, I swear to God, nigga.
That wooty-woo, something. I know the police listening, so I ain't saying nothing. Talking that wooty-woo, something. Nigga cock back and aim and leave you bleeding where you running, swear to God, nigga.
You already know the rules. When you come in my house, take off your shoes and super violate that like button. Oh, I forgot. We ain't in the house, we in the yard. You ain't gotta take off your shoes. Shall we begin? Shall we begin? ADAM22 calls Hassan Campbell, his channel, my channel, the Struggle Channel.
What's the deal, y'all? We're Trapper tapping in TNN Trap News Network. Back in the same, like cracking this thing here at TNN Trap News Network. It's that good news you can use. It's that good knowledge you ain't thinking about. It's College Big Dog. Tap in with the tap in. Make sure you are in fact tapped in with that good tap in. What y'all hear is the kids bacon frying because I'm making them breakfast burritos. We finish up with this content, but before we do, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, hit all, say tap in for the latest and the greatest. And Hassan Campbell has some words for ADAM22 after ADAM22 called him a struggling YouTube channel or a failed YouTube channel, which is pretty crazy to say because Hassan Campbell is extremely successful as an independent within this YouTube space. So we can't pretend like Hassan Campbell don't be busting his 1-2 step likes here, and he be doing his Dougie, you feel me? So with that all being said, we finna see exactly what ADAM22 and Hassan Campbell got going on. Big shout out to Hassan Campbell. Let's see what he got going on. No further do's or don'ts. Let's get into it. The man with the flower bucket hat. Let's get into it. Let's go.
You said I'm struggling. After you invited me on your platform and told me the same thing Vlad told me, if you had to do what I did and walk in my steps, you don't think your platform would ever be as big as my platform was. Because on my platform, there is really no guest appearance, there is no stars, no celebrities. It's just me that got me as far as I am without the grace of God and the people that support me.
That's real, because you don't be having no guests, you don't be having no appearances. It's hard to sit there and hold that mic down by yourself, man. A lot of y'all talk that talk, but it's hard to sit there and hold that thing by yourself.
I'm gonna be as real as I could be, right? I'm trying to wrap my mind around why would you want to be so interested in gangs in New York after the gang in LA, where you from, just went to jail.
He is not from LA. He's from New Hampshire.
I'm trying to wrap my mind around the fact that you come to the hood and turn the cameras on and aim them at niggas in the hood that's in their 40s and 50s that's still stuck in the hood. I'm trying to figure out where you was going with that, because first and foremost, if you look at me like I'm failing in life,
that's real. He's like, I'm trying to figure out where exactly were you going with that. ADAM22, what was the reason? Outside of flu, flammer, skullduggery, and larceny, what was the reason? Where were you going with that? Let us know where you was going with your GPS. Better yet, you share the link with us. You share the location with us. Let us know exactly where you was going.
now how you look at them when you in the projects where they got roaches and rats running around. Niggas got roaches in their house, my nigga. You ain't go back to the Board of Education to give out sneakers to them kids and give out books and book bags and stuff like that to the kids in the Board of Education. You went around dudes that still...
Hey, that's real. You went around dudes who've already given up their life to the streets. If you're 40 and 50 years old and you've committed to being in the streets, your business, but you've already given up. Adam, that's real talk, bro. You actually, not even saying it, that's real, bro. You didn't do nothing for the community. You just went over there and took from the community, but you didn't actually go over there and do nothing for the community. That's real.
Living a criminal life, indulging in criminal activity. And to keep it funky, most of the dudes that I've seen you around since you came to New York are failures. Heal up, wheel up, bring it back up.
Ouch.
Most of the dudes that I've seen you around, the niggas look horrible. Most of the woman that they sleeping with, they really trying to figure out a way to get rid of these niggas that's walking around talking about, nah, I mean, you know what I'm saying, I'm a real nigga. The bro just trying to get away from them niggas. They stuck with them abusive bum ass niggas.
Hey, is Hassan Campbell the New York Rick Rock, or is Compton Rick Rock the Compton Hassan Campbell? Am I tripping, or do they got the same vibe and the same energy? Am I tripping? Let me know something.
They stuck with them abusive bum ass niggas. They stuck. I'm trying to wrap my mind around why you would want to put a camera on it. Like, I don't see your vision, my nigga. Adam, I don't see your vision. You paraded them cameras around, all them dirty gangbangers, like your channel was Nat Geo, and you was exploring the jungle of Africa of poverty. All these niggas are supposed to be gangsters. And they living up under the poverty line with guns on their waist. All these niggas are supposed to be gangsters. And they living under the poverty line all of their life. These niggas had 30 years, 40 years, 50 years to get their act together. And they living up under the poverty line.
Hey, that's a long time, bro. 30, 40, 50 years to get your act together and still not having it together. That just means at that point you don't want your act together, because goodness gracious, that's a long time to get your life together, bro. It's a long time to get your life together.
And you through the hood like you going through a safari, looking for a giraffe, you looking for a lion, you looking for a tiger, you looking for a bear. No, you looking for poverty. And you found it. And I'm sitting up here like, hold up. Now I gotta stick my chest out. Because when you see me, you see somebody that put their foot forward and made it out of the jungle of Bronx River Projects. Ain't no different from Brownsville. Ain't no different from Marcy.
Yeah, the projects are the projects.
The main objective is to get out of the hood. The main objective is to show the youth that there is a better life, a better way of living. And I had to find that out when I got out of the hood, that there's plenty of black people that's successful, that's living good. But you know the crazy part about it is? See, the thing is, Rosa Parks, when she went back to the ghetto, when nobody's smiling, and all of Nat Turner and all of our ancestors that went back to pull people to the promised land?
Are you our versions of? Are you our modern day Nat Turner? Are you our modern day Nat Turner? Let us know something.
Some of us realize that if we go back and we pull brothers up from the ghetto to where we at, them niggas gonna come here and destroy everything that they touch. They gonna bring all the evil from there to here. That's why when I moved into this neighborhood, most of the people was looking at me crazy. They didn't really want me here because they didn't know if I was gonna bring that mentality and that energy. With age comes wisdom.
Now, here's the thing too. It does kind of make you wonder, why does Adam, like, why are you not riding around with the Hells Angels? Why Adam not in Riverside County, the crystal meth capital of America, that's 95% white people? Why Adam not figuring out stuff over there? Why you not showing that? Why you not over there with the Yissel smokers in Riverside? What is going on to where Adam is so enamored and so, you know, pretty much fetishizing at this point LA gang culture, or just gang culture in general? Just what I just don't understand what the fetish is about. It's extremely, it's kind of kinky. I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of kinky. It's kind of kinky. It's kind of kinky. It's kind of kinky. I'm just trying to figure out where the Get Your Rocks Off is coming in at, because yeah, just like, there's plenty of white people you can go exploit. Why are you so hard on black neighborhoods?
I'm gonna say that again. With age comes wisdom. All I see coming from your platform, Adam, is ignorance. And then you bring in your camera to the hood, from the hood to behind your desk, and you advertising the ignorance and the evils and the uglies of the black community, the urban community. And you think I'm not supposed to sit up there and say something after niggas got indicted behind conversations that shouldn't have been had on those platforms, where TVs was recorded and mics was recorded? And now the district attorney and the FBI got pens and pads, picking juries and lawyers and DAs and commissary and sales on the child. Ooh.
Yeah, all that's real. All that's definitely real. He's not lying.
Not on my watch. If you feel like I'm struggling, what you think about them niggas?
My man said, if you think that I'm struggling as I show my koi pond, hey, that's real though. Hey, be aware, because you can't think that Hassan Campbell is struggling and then tell me that you were hanging out in the projects because you thought that they were so well off. So you must think that the dudes in the projects are struggling as well, and you must be exploiting them for your own financial gain and benefit, because you're saying that Hassan Campbell's not well off at all. Meanwhile, he's showing you his koi pond, but you are hanging out in the projects with the closest thing to a koi pond is maybe a 5-year-old has a goldfish. You feel me? So, you can't say Hassan Campbell is struggling, and you can't say, you know, all the things about him negatively without having to, by default, speak negatively about all the people who you were just, ouch, exploiting. See what you did there, Hassan Campbell? Good move. Good move. Kind of got you there, Adam. He kind of got you there.
It's crazy how none of you higher ups, you elites of YouTube, y'all don't sit down and say, yo, Haas, let's take people on a journey of how you did what you did. You're not asking or showing people the path to get out. You celebrating their failure and patting them on their back when them niggas should be kicked in their ass. You ain't sitting up there showing a blueprint on how to get out of the ghetto. Nope. You went there to reward them for their ignorance and make them think that it's okay to still be doing the same thing at 40 and 50 years old. Half them niggas you sitting up there putting on camera 1 foot in the grave.
Hey, sad, but Hassan Campbell is actually telling a lot of truths here. And until you really think about it, it is a pretty sad thing to see the way that these men were willingly exploited and happy to be just a part of a circus just so they can have a little bit of attention, when if what he's saying is true, a lot of these men are closer to 60 than they are to 40. Yeah.
And you know what the sad part about it is? I promised myself, after seeing that some people had paradise here on this earth, I asked God to give me paradise here. Treat me good in this world and in the hereafter. Them dudes, they selling their soul for the streets, so they gonna die in the ghetto. And then when they die, they gonna go to the hellfire and burn in the afterlife. They gonna suffer in both worlds. Because what they representing and what they're walking, the path that they're going on is evil. Y'all may not like it, but everything I do with righteous steps. When I get in front of this camera, it's to wake you up. It's not to pat you on your back. You niggas is...
Now, I can't say that anybody's going to HE double hockey sticks. I don't feel like that's my place. But Hassan Campbell's making some amazing points, bro. Hassan Campbell is actually making some amazing points. If you walk it like you talk it, and you talk it like you walk it, you feel me, you be alright. But if you know that you flu flamming, skull dug, and you larcening, God's gonna catch all that. You can flu flam me, you can flu flam the chat, you can flu flam whomever, but you cannot flu flam God. That's what you can't do. God is gonna know, God is gonna know, God is gonna know. You feel me?
Running around with watches and chains on while you living in the projects and you proud of yourself? Niggas is running around with watches and chains and bracelets. Living in the projects, the same place you've been living your whole life, and you proud of yourself. I didn't come to this world to fit in. I came to stand out. And you dudes, a lot of you dudes, man, it's sad. Because y'all don't want to change. Y'all want to be the best of the bums, living amongst the ignorance. Because outside of Brownsville,
wanting to be the best of the bums is crazy work.
Outside of Bronx River, some of you niggas ain't never even made it outside of your borough. Y'all think going out of town is going to City Island. You niggas think going out of town is going to City Island. And to keep it all the way funky, Adam, them niggas you was standing outside would make black men look bad. Who created this law that black men can't show you where they live at? Who created that law? That we gotta go floss in front, in the hood. Why are we still celebrating poverty and pain at 40 and 50 years old? That's nothing to celebrate.
No, that's real. At 40 and 50 years old, you should be past the pain. Definitely. Ideally. But at the same time, too, you know, it's all in the person's mental. So you never know what somebody's going through mentally that puts them in this space. You feel me?
What that nigga Pac said? Mama, this your house. This your keys. This your land. Your only son done became a man. Well, I don't hear that coming out of none of you niggas' lyrics. Because you be lying. Your whole life you niggas done live being bums.
That nigga said because you lying.
And when you die, you gonna be a bum. It is what it is, Adam. You celebrating failure or you infiltrating gangs? Yo, I just can't get that out of my head. I'm like, yo, damn. That nigga called me a...
Damn, are you celebrating failure or are you infiltrating gangs? Because both things... Hey, you know what, though? Both things can actually be true. Because by infiltrating gangs, you could be subsequently celebrating failure. Like, both things can actually coexist at the same time. You can be celebrating a gang and, you know, infiltrating gangs and celebrating failure.
Struggling the struggling channel. If he think that I'm poverty and I'm struggling, what do he think about you dusty niggas?
as I show my backyard with the good landscaping. Hey, for those of y'all who don't know, Hassan Campbell getting some chili if he got that type of landscaping. I used to do landscaping. That is not cheap. All right, man, so that's Hassan Campbell giving us his version of YouTube Cribs. He made some really good points, though. Are you infiltrating gangs or are you celebrating failure? Question we want to know. Adam, we looking for an answer. Red dots to the left, y'all know the rest. You know it's free avenue, so he's free. We are gone.